Hi guys, how are you doing? I have an example from my own life today. Woohoo! Another Natalia story to share with you and in how to thrive in difficulty. So before I tell you the story, I'll tell you like another story. I'm going to actually share with you a little secret. Well, it's kind of like not a secret, but it's something that is important to us, my husband and I have told my friends and our family knows, and so we're super excited about it, but so just don't tell anyone. This is something that we are planning, my husband and we are planning on going sailing with the kids in the next 2 to 5 years. We're going to buy a sailboat and learn to sail with the kids, maybe homeschool. This is a big dream plan that was born a couple of years ago during the pandemic. And my husband came up with it. And so that's our plan currently right now. We have taken some sailing lessons. We are constantly reading books about it. My husband loves to watch shows about it, like to learn so much, and follow like the super famous YouTube channels on people sailing. And there's actually people who sail with 4 kids. So that was really inspirational for us to see that, okay, it can be done, and it can be done with 4 kids, and you can actually get, still do school, and you can travel, etc. So him and I are super excited. We are looking forward to that, and we're, doing everything to prepare for that, mentally and skills and everything. We're making sure the kids are strong swimmers, just long-term planning. And so we're excited about that. And the grand plan is to do sail around the world. So, everyone keeps asking about that, us about that. So what's the plan? What's the newest update? So right now, the newest update is that basically we are just making sure that we have enough money to retire so that we can sail. So that's kind of like a secret, it's not a secret, but it is something that is in the plan. So the reason why I'm telling you this is because I've watched some of the shows with my husband, like reality YouTube shows from people actually doing it. And one of the things that you learn very quickly when you watch these things about life on a boat is that things break a lot all the time on a boat. Yeah. So we have learned that, and we have seen that. And so now every time something breaks in our house, we always joke and we say that this is just practice for when we're on a boat. And so here we go with thriving difficulties. So when something goes wrong, so this weekend, our basement in our ceiling started leaking, like the water starting coming out of the ceiling. So of course, the next, we turned off the water. The next day we called the plumber. The plumber came, and 3-4 hours later, we found the source of the leak, which was the fridge right above the leak, the ceiling. So, and so that took up most of the chunk of the day for my husband and the plumber. And so now the funny part is that, right, we found the leak, we closed off the water. Now there's a bunch of holes in the walls. And so it's funny because now the problem is still not solved. Now we have to figure out, okay, which part do we have to replace? And we don't even know if we can buy a new part. We would have to buy a new fridge. And so this whole weekend we were dealing with that. But the mentality that we had was the mentality of openness and kind of willingness to solve the problem, willingness to move on, and just lack of frustration. I will say that even on my husband's behalf, because he was not frustrated. He was basically the one thought that I have to offer for you today that will help you in when something breaks, when something goes wrong, when something is totally unexpected happens that you did not expect, that's not great. Simply the thought is this is supposed to happen. This is supposed to happen. When you truly believe that, for example, things should break or will break, then when they break, you are almost happy because you were right? You are kind of maybe just you have that satisfaction of feeling like, yep, I was right, as opposed to the alternative to that is, oh my gosh, why does this happen to me? This is not supposed to happen. Now I have to pay all this money. My whole weekend is gone, right? There's all that dissatisfaction that can happen, all the frustration, maybe even anger, resentment. There's all this disappointment, right? You can feel so angry and so frustrated that you can ruin your whole weekend, ruin your whole week just with feeling so angry at the reality. Just so upset, right? So that's why I'm recording this podcast for you, is that when you go through life and you expect things to break, you expect kids to get sick, you expect everything on the boat to eventually break and need to be replaced, then when the things break, you are ready for it. You're open. You switch into problem-solving mode right away. You don't waste any time being upset or frustrated or fight with anyone. You simply switch into problem-solving mode. You save time for yourself, and you expect even I picked this up from the Buddhist monks. Even you expect your body to get sick. I know, right? Because when you don't expect your body to get sick and it does, well, now you're sick and you're frustrated, right? So, and when you don't get sick, you're super duper happy. You're like, wow, this is amazing, right? I didn't get sick. It's like almost a bonus because I expected at some point I get sick, right? And the same thing, when something doesn't break, you're also super happy. You're like, wow, another awesome day. We had a great weekend. Awesome. Nothing broke. And for us, this kind of reality is maybe more exaggerated than for other people because we have more kids. So a lot more stuff breaks constantly, like toys, furniture, just name it, walls, shoes, I don't know, books. So things like that are supposed to happen. The worst things are supposed to happen sometimes, not all the time. So this is the thought I want you to really incorporate in your life. This is supposed to happen. And then you can make it specific. Like for me, I said this weekend, well, this is just, we're practicing for the boat. And the other thing I said to my husband is, such is life, things break, right? Nothing abnormal, nothing has gone wrong. This is what happens in life. And this is just simply what I'm choosing to believe because it feels good. I feel at peace, and I feel good about it, and I feel that we can solve this problem. And it's something, and for example, this morning I received an email from school, and it said that one of my sons returned a book to the library and it was all wet. And I instantly felt so bad. I almost felt ashamed, and here's why. I actually did feel ashamed because I thought, oh no, the water bottle leaked all over the book. And it's my fault that it happened because I'm the one who bought the water bottle. So I felt so terrible. I felt so bad. And because I didn't expect that to happen. I thought, this is not supposed to happen. The water bottle is not supposed to spill. And because of that, I felt bad. But what's the use? What's the use of feeling bad? And that's the other thing, the contradictory thing is that I teach and I believe it's fine to feel bad sometimes, but if we can avoid it, why wouldn't we, right? Like with the book and the bottle today, it's such non-important event, right? That I why I feel bad about it. So I can just simply pay them the $10 that I owe them for the book and maybe learn the lesson with the bottle, right? So, but that just goes to show you, just expect those things to happen, and then you will have more peace, and actually you will create satisfaction for yourself, because you'll be right. So that's how you thrive in difficulty with this one thought. This is supposed to happen. And I have to give credit to, I think that's Byron Katies, who taught all of us to believe this one truth. When you fight with reality, you lose 100% of the time. So with this one thought, this is supposed to happen, you do not fight with reality. You accept reality ahead of time. You just simply decide to accept the reality in the future, and then you create for yourself an easier road, a path to feel better. All right? Okay, I hope you enjoyed my personal stories, and don't tell anyone about our secret. Well, it's fine. So then it'll be exciting, right? Now you know our grand plan, and this is so sweet. My husband's actually planning on how to set up internet on the boat so that I can keep on coaching and helping you and posting podcasts. Isn't that sweet? That is so thoughtful. I haven't even thought of that myself when we were planning sailing. So I'm a lucky girl. He's the best. So, okay. I love you all. If you need any help with not feeling frustrated when things go wrong, quote unquote, please come get coached. And especially with your son, right? When I tell you things, this is supposed to happen, please, please, please take that thought and apply it to your son, whatever he does, to your husband, to whatever happens in your relationships. You can simply apply it there and say, this is supposed to happen. They're supposed to do this, whatever it is they do. Try it out, okay? And if you need any help, I'm here for you. You can always find me on my website, www.coachingnatalia.com. Go to sign up for a free mini session, sign up. And it's not really a mini session. It's just it's an hour session. You can have a full hour, full undivided attention, and you can always email me as well, Natalia@coachingnatalia.com. And I'll see you soon. Love you. Bye.